Oh, nice. Come on, come on.
I'm back at Castaic. The funny thing is, I got up really early today because I want to get here in time to get on the water first thing because of the topwater bite. And for whatever reason, the line is like all the way around the mountain, and it's already past 6 and they're not letting people in yet. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but that kind of sucks because I wanted to be on the water by now. Anyway, I'm going to go after the topwater bite today because it was really good the other day, and maybe later on do some try to catch some shad for some shad fishing. And I got a couple little secret lures I want to try to use. I think they're going to be really good, but we will see. I may throw the Senko, not sure. I'm trying to stay away from that because it's just catching little fish, and I want to target some bigger fish right now. All right, that's it. Looks like they're finally letting people in. Shout out to Jacob, man. It was nice to meet you. That kid can catch some bass too. All right, see you on the water.
Quick release on the little guy. God dang it. Can I get a picture? That was a little bit bigger.
I don't like to use the drop shot here because there's so many snags, but I decided to use it today because the Senko bite's been kind of slow, so I'm kind of trying to go a little deeper off points. What I like to do is I like to let it sit like this and just let it drift over the bottom. I don't like to pop it. I don't like to do anything. I just let it slowly drift. I'm not even touching it. And more often than not, that's when you'll get your hits. And I've gotten a lot of them today. All my bites have been on the drop shot.
It's not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all. Trying to go jump. I never. Oh, there he is. Ooh. Oh, nice. Come on, come on. Not bad. Biggest one of the day. Not bad. Caught him off that one point there. Nice little guy. Beautiful. Topwater is going off back here. Look at that. And there's a coyote hanging out. Little puppy. I don't know what's more exciting. Topwater or that coyote right there. Well, technically I got him on top.
Well, that's lots of topwater, giant school of bass, mostly small. There's a few big ones mixed in, but can't get anything to bite. The same stuff they bit the other day. Popper. Actually I caught one on the little Castaic, but it's just impossible. They're just keying in on these tiny, they're not even an inch long shad. So my popper's way too big. and there's not going after anything. So just gotta try to figure it out. See if I can try to catch some.
Wish I was recording that. I finally got one on top, and it's a nice fish. One of the bigger ones down here. You can see it. His buddy's trying to take a bite too. Nicer. Beautiful. I was gonna go tell all his buddies.
Well, not only did I not get to eat, I didn't even get the chance to see it, because not a whole lot's been going on. Like the topwater kind of died down. I just was throwing this little popper out, which is what I've been using, and just popping it, and one of them took it, one of the bigger fish too, which is cool.
Now that is like an 8 to 10 pound bass down there. Can you see it? Right underneath the boat, underneath all that shad. Look at that guy. And there's a ton of shad, and I cannot catch them. That's a huge bass. Well, as you can see, there's tons of topwater still going off. Giant school back here. And there's lots of shad. I don't know if you can see them in the water, but they are impossible to catch. The shad are. The bass, I caught one on a topwater. It's really tricky. So, I don't know. Guess I'm gonna move and try some other tactics. Oh, nice one. Yeah, it's a big one I saw back here. Yeah, I just put... Oh! Woo! I think it could be my PB. Oh. Oh, look at this guy. It's my biggest one in a long time. Still haven't weighed it yet, but what a beautiful fish. Well, that was pretty amazing. Took me a few minutes to film this because the fish are still pretty active, and I caught another one on a Senko, just a little, you know, 1.5 pounds maybe. But that fish was cool. Not quite 5 pounds, but I'm gonna call it 5 because it was like 4.12, 4.13. So almost 5, almost ties my PB, but man, that was a big fish. And I saw it hanging around here under this big old school of shad, and I just haven't thrown a Senko a lot today. And then my buddy Jim rolled up, and he said he was like catching them on Senko, and you know, I didn't have much luck earlier this morning on the Senko, so I just kind of put it down and just was focusing on the top water and jigs and stuff. But threw that Senko on, and my first fish was that big bass, so that was awesome. Thanks, Jim. Oh, another nice one. Nice fish. Beautiful. Spit up a mouthful of shad. Sorry, buddy. That was awesome. I was just pulling this through this murky water and he snagged it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, I saw him cruising around. There's a bigger one in here too. It's right under him. Nice fish. Well, it is very hot out and I only had 2 Gatorades today. It was more like a 3 or 4 Gatorade day. And I'm parched. It's like all I can think about is what I'm gonna drink when I leave this place, which is probably gonna be a massive Slurpee. So, I don't know, I just hit a new spot. I haven't really fished this spot a lot, but I know there's a lot of fish here. It's really nice. So, I'll probably end up staying here for a little bit more, and then gotta get a Slurpee. Good fish. Really good fish. Nice job. Say nice job to myself. Beautiful. Not a bad one, huh? My Slurpee game is on point. What's up, guys? All right, I'm off the lake. It was a really good day. Unfortunately, I didn't get on the water until late, even though I showed up there and was there at like 5:30 or something. The guys in the booth took forever to check in the boats, and I didn't get on the water until 7:15, which really sucks because I was determined to get there early because I really wanted to go after the topwater bite. So by the time I got going, the topwater bite was pretty much non-existent. So I basically used the Castaic on drop shot most of the morning, caught almost all my fish that way. Then I hit that cove again because they were blowing up on top water, and there's just a massive school in there. So many fish, mostly like, you know, 1 to 2 pound fish. Every once in a while, a 3 or 4 pounder would show up. But it's a big cove, it's deep, and there's just dozens of bass in there just going crazy, eating everything. So I did catch the one on the popper, but they weren't as aggressive with my stuff because they're eating tiny little shad like this. I mean, I'm seeing like tiny little schools of shad. But then my buddy Jim showed up, and he tells me that they're catching them on Senkos. So while he was still in the area, I threw a Senko for the first time all day.
I may throw the Senko, not sure. I'm trying to stay away from that because it's just catching little fish.
Because the Senko bite's been kind of slow. I threw a Senko for the first time all day and caught my biggest fish today, and one of my biggest on the lake. It was 413, you know, almost 5. So that was cool. That was really cool, actually. It's the biggest one I've caught in a while. So I basically threw Senkos the rest of the day because I couldn't get any more top water going on, and I caught the rest of the fish on the Senko. So it was a pretty good day. The popper, little Castaic on drop shot, and the Senko was still getting it done. All right, I will see you tomorrow.